Once upon a time, there was a dog on the side of the road in Gainesville, Florida, sad and alone. But this story really starts a little bit back. I decided to take a trip to visit my brother up in Gainesville. Me and my brother were training for the Disney Half Marathon at that point, so I decided to go and train with him for a week. During that week long period, we had jogged in a park near his apartment a couple times. And the first time we were jogging in that park, we saw this little black lab, no more than a month, maybe 2 months old at that point, on the side of the road of the running path. As we jogged by the first time, he seemed very nervous, kind of a nervous excitement about him. So we finished our run that day and we headed back to my brother's apartment. But that moment of seeing that dog alone on the side of the road really stuck with me the whole trip. So one of the last days of my trip, I went back to that park and made a little pit stop to go check on him. It had rained that morning, so I decided to bring a towel and a little bit of water and some food for the dog. So before this, I had asked my brother if I had permission to bring the dog back with me to his apartment, and he agreed. So I ended up taking the dog back with us. Um, I gave him a little bit more leftovers that we had that night before, and I gave him a little bit more water. After a few minutes, he started to warm up to the both of us and wanted to play with my shoes that were on the ground. So, because of that, I just fell in love with this dog, and so I ended up adopting him. I named him Buddy after the classic movie Elf because that's just a childhood memory that I have. So I ended up taking Buddy back home with me to live with me in Tampa, and he's been living with me ever since.